أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولله المشرق والمغرب فأينما تولوا فثم وجه الله إن الله واسع عليم وقالوا اتخذ الله ولدا سبحانه بل له ما في السماوات والأرض كل له قانتون بديع السماوات والأرض وإذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون وقال الذين لا يعلمون لولا يكلمنا الله أو تأتينا آية كذلك قال الذين من قبلهم مثل قولهم تشابهت قلوبهم قد بينا الآيات لقوم يوقنون إنا أرسلناك بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا ولا تسأل عن أصحاب الجحيم ولن ترضى عنك اليهود ولا النصارى حتى تتبع ملتهم قل إن هدى الله هو الهدى ولئن اتبعت أهواءهم بعد الذي جاءك من العلم ما لك من الله من ولي ولا نصير. الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وسيد المرسلين نبينا Muhammad وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Today our tafsir is starting from the ayah number 115 of Surah Al-Baqara. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in ayah number 115, and to Allah belongs the east and the west. So wherever you are, you might turn, there is a face of Allah. Indeed, Allah is all-encompassing and knowing. What does this ayah mean? To Allah belongs the east and west. Wherever you turn your face yourself, then there is the face of Allah. First of all, the west, east and west belongs to Allah. What about the south and north? Everything belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But why this east and west is mentioned? There is reason. اختلف العلماء, as Imam Qurtubi rahmatullah said, there are some more than one opinion about this tafsir. East and west belongs to Allah. Wherever you turn you yourself, the face of Allah is there. نزلت في من صلى إلى غير القبلة في ليلة مظلمة. One of the riwayah suggests, Abdul ibn Amir ibn Rabi'ah says, one day people were praying in a very dark night. Probably they were in a journey somewhere, and in the night time when there is darkness, they used to find the direction east, west, south, north to find the Qibla direction. They would look for the moon and the star to locate the direction, as you know. So to know the Qibla, if you are not sure, you have to find a way, like you are in aeroplanes, for example, or in a country, you've never been there, you don't know where Qibla direction is. So what is the easiest way we use? Looking at in the daytime, find out one of the four directions, east, west, south and north. Which direction is easy to find? East and west. Why? Sunrise will tell people. Myself, when I am a journey like aeroplane, or in a country where there is no Muslim to ask, I ask people there, could you tell me which way is east or west? So if they tell me east and west, then I can find out north and south. From Europe generally, from here. If you are in a country, in a city or in a countryside here, no masjid, no Muslim, you want to pray there. So you know generally Qibla direction from here to the Qibla, which direction? Southeast. So you need to find out east. Then you found opposite is west. Then you need to go right and left, south and north. So if you can locate south and east, you are now finding direction of Qibla southeast. So in the night time, the Sahaba are somewhere, they in a journey, so they could not find the Qibla direction. No. It is very dark. And there is no star to tell them. They were following at that time. وَبِالنَّجْمِ هُمْ يَهْتَدُونَ. As Allah said, from the stars, they were finding the direction at night time. The traveler of the sea especially, they will be always guided by before all this navigation map and other thing comes, the computer nowadays is sorting out many problems. At that time they were looking from the stars. So it is a very dark night in one of the occasions. So they were praying in any direction they thought, they imagined. Okay, that hadith in Tirmidhi. One of the Sahabi said, "Kunna ma'an Nabiy sallallahu alaihi wasallam fi safarin fi laylatin mudlimatin." We were in a journey at a night time, dark night. فَلَمْ نَدْرِ أَيْنَ الْقِبْلَةِ. So we could not find out which way is Qibla direction. فَصَلَّ كُلُّ رَجُلٍ مِنَّا عَلَى حِيَالِهِ. Everybody were doing their, salah according to his own judgment, his own trying to do taharri, whatever he can. فَلَمَّا أَصْبَحْنَا ذَكَرْنَا ذَلِكَ لِلنَّبِيِّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. In the morning we asked, O Prophet of Allah, we did not know Qibla. So whoever his heart was indicating, everybody is praying to their own kind of direction. What about our salah? Is it accepted or not? Because Qibla is fard in the salah. فَنَزَلَتْ فَأَيْنَمَا تُوَلُّوا فَثَمَّ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ. So this ayah was revealed at that time to give them answer. Wherever you face, you turn, there is Allah's face. There is Qibla, you have reached, your salah will be accepted. This is the meaning. Although there is some kind of comment about the hadith, how authentic is the sanad, some of the scholars found it may be da'if. Anyway, there are many of the scholars, وقد ذهب أكثر أهل العلم إلى هذا قالوا إذا صلى في الغيم لغير القبلة ثم استبان له بعد ذلك أنه صلى لغير القبلة فإن صلاته جائزة. If you are somewhere in a place, no Muslim will help you, there is no Muslim to help you, neither anybody can help you east, west, or any direction, and you prayed by your tahari in your heart, then after salah, maybe a Muslim came to tell you, subhanallah, ya akhi, you prayed to the wrong direction. What you do now? Should you repeat the salah? So the masala here is that if salah is jaiz, the salah is valid. But you must do your own tahari. Tahari means that you have to do your best to find the right Qibla. What is the best way to find, to search for that? As I said, if there is a Muslim, ask him. If there is even non-Muslim, ask him east and west, which direction, and then this. If nobody was there to help you, and then you do tahari like this. Which way should be? What way my heart says? This way, that way. Then you pray. So you did a bit of tahari within yourself. So making sure as much as possible within your capacity, within your ability. So you need to do that. This is wajib. So this is the mean you are using now. No any external mean. So within yourself try to think which way my heart directs. That way. At least this little bit of thinking is called minimum tahari. You must do this. You shouldn't say, well, since I don't know, anyway, khalas. No. Try to bit of couple of seconds or a minute to think, and then you pray. If tahari is done, then you prayed, somebody told you after that, well, you prayed to the wrong direction, inshallah, you don't need to repeat the salah. If salah is valid, inshallah, as said by many of the scholars, وَبِهِ يَقُولُ سُفْيَانُ وَإِبْنُ الْمُبَارَكِ أَحْمَدُ وَإِسْحَاقُ وَهُوَ قَوْلُ أَبِي حَنِيفَةَ or Imam Malik. All of them scholars say the salah is valid. Although Imam Malik added, تُسْتَحَبُّ لَهُ الْإِعَادَةِ فِي الْوَقْتِ. If after offering the salah, you realize it was wrong direction, Imam Malik said, if you can do again, it will be mustahab. It is very additional recommendation. But وَلَيْسَ ذَلِكَ بِوَاجِبٍ عَلَيْهِ. It is not compulsory for you. If you don't repeat, khalas, done. If you repeat, it may be better. That is Imam Malik rahmatullah's recommendation. Then استدلالا بالسنة في من صلى وحده ثم أدرك تلك الصلاة في وقتها في جماعة أنه يعيد معهم. Imam Malik's this additional recommendation based on the another sunnah practice that somewhere you prayed alone because there is no chance of jama'ah. You think there is jama'ah is over and or I'll be not getting the jama'ah, so or you're on a journey, whatever is the reason, or you're busy, you prayed your salah yourself only. Then you found there is a big jama'ah taking place. I prayed my own salah. Can I repeat my fard salah now? So yes, it is allowed. You can repeat your salah to get the jama'ah reward. Or the second one will be considered as nafal. The first one you prayed without jama'ah is considered your fard is already performed. The second one is giving you additional reward of jama'ah, and it is a nafal. So that's what Imam Malik's base of, if you miss a qibla and then you found the right qibla, you can pray it like this jama'ah. This is his recommendation. Second opinion about this ayah came, Ibn Umar radiallahu anhuma said, نزلت في المسافر يتنفل حيثما توجهت به راحلته. That this is about the nafal salah, this ayah, that whichever direction you pray, your salah is valid. Means in a hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يصلي وهو مقبل من مكة إلى المدينة على راحلته حيث كان وجهه. So it's not only in one journey. Many of the journeys, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to pray in Jama'ah with the Sahaba, the fard one, making sure Qibla direction, and after offering the fard one, he will go to his rahila, to his the animal he's using. It could be horse, it could be camel, it could be donkey, whatever. So then he'll be riding on the animal, and the caravan will start, and he'll be doing the sunnah or nafal while he's riding the animal. And the animal or the journey is not necessarily Qibla direction, could be other direction. For the sunnah and nafal in the journey time, it is allowed. But for the fard, you have to try your best to pray to the Qibla direction. From there, many of the scholars mention, you are having a journey by aeroplane or train or bus, coach, which is not under your control, then you have to pray. So in that case, you try, if it is possible, to have Qibla, facing Qibla. If it is not possible at all, then alhamdulillah, attaqullaha mastata'tum. So you fear Allah according to your ability. So you pray even it is not necessarily Qibla direction. So if Qibla direction is impossible because of the big vehicle you are, and it is not possible to stop it and to pray, so you need to pray with whatever direction it goes. This ayah gives you the lead, permission, you can pray. This is about the Qibla. But if you are like driving a car, or you have your own bus driver and you have ability, or you hire a coach, and you can tell the coach driver he is under your command, then better to tell him, park the coach or the car in the break of the journey, and then pray on the right Qibla direction, because it is within your istita'ah. Once it is not that you are under your control, you do not hire it, rather it is a line service, which is not under your jurisdiction to stop and to move, then of course you have excuse, you can pray with the direction, like train, you will not stop because of you, or aeroplane, so you can carry on. So, wattaqullaha mastata'tum. Istita'a is there. Same way it could be about whether asking the question, is standing or sitting down. We're supposed to pray standing. Qayyum is fard, is it? Qayyum is fard. But in the train, in the aeroplane, you may not get chance. Again, wattaqullaha mastata'tum. Like if you are ill, you cannot stand, then you pray sitting. So, although physically you are able, but there is no chance to stand, then this is the other will allow you, excuse you to pray while sitting. Again, as I said, if there is a chance, you can, like in Muslim countries, like the coach and other things, driver sometime will listen to you. Please brother, can you have a journey, we can pray? Yes, most of the time Muslim country this is possible, but in non-Muslim country maybe not possible. So where it is possible, we must try. You don't get a general rule, well, if it is bus, you can sit down. No, if it is possible to stop somewhere in the break or somewhere in the field, we need to do so. So this is another reason of revelation of this ayah. Now coming to the, so why he said east and west and not south and north? Because east and west easily we can find, identify, and then once east and west belongs to Allah, everybody knows south and north also belongs to Allah. So just mentioning these two, mostly this is easily to identify. And also Mashriq and Maghrib was that time from the Medina, I think the Qibla was Baitul Maqdis, which is probably toward east, is it?
No.
Yes. So that was Mashriq for them, and when towards Makkah it was Maghrib for them. This is another reason the east and west is mentioned for them. Also, أن اليهود لما أنكروا أمر القبلة بين الله تعالى أن له أن يتعبد عباده بما شاء. So when Qibla was changed, again, as you know, Jews raised the objection. Why Prophet Muhammad faced Qibla of Baitul Maqdis 17 months in Medina towards Baitul Maqdis, which is east. And then suddenly Allah gave an order, he stopped, and then he changed the Qibla to Mecca. So how is it? What is happening? Either their previous Salah is invalid or new one is invalid. No way Salah could be having two directions. It should be one direction. This was the argument they were making. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, see, east belongs to Allah, west belongs to Allah. If Allah is the giver of the command, who are you to object? So that is the reason why it is mentioned as لَا يُسْأَلُوا عَمَّا يَفْعَلُوا وَهُمْ يُسْأَلُونَ. So nobody has right to ask Allah why he is doing this and that. But Allah has right upon everybody to ask them why you have to, have done this and this or that. Now, coming to the following point, Wajhullah, the face of Allah. Of course, Allah's attributes these are called attributes of Allah. The face, Wajh, is mentioned for Allah. What does it mean? We take literally what does it mean, but we don't go further, to explain it to details of that or to twist its meaning to something else. No. Face, Allah said. Although in Arabia, they call Tasmiyatul Kul Bismil Juz. You mention a part of something and you mean whole of thing. About you said, ourselves, like, I don't like to see your face. What does it mean? I said the other day, I think, it means I don't like you. It's not I don't like your face, but I like your hand and feet and everything is okay. No, whole of you. So it means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself is there to accept, and it is not that Allah is in one direction, so if you turn, you are facing to somebody else. Even we face to Qibla. Really Qibla is a symbol only. We are not praying to the Qibla. We are praying to Allah. So east and west, nothing, the Salah is only to fix. It is Allah that we are praying for Him. That is another meaning because of Wajhullah. And then coming to the following ayah, ayah number 116. وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ وَلَدًا سُبْحَانَهُ بَلْ لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ كُلٌّ لَهُ قَانِتُونَ. They say Allah has taken a son. Exalted is He. Rather to Him belongs whatever is in the heavens and the earth. All are devoutly obedient to Him. This is, as you know, who said that هذا إخبار عن النصارى في قولهم المسيح ابن الله. So the Christians claim that Isa alayhi salam is son of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is denying that. Also Jews said Uzairun Ibnullah, the Prophet Uzair, is son of Allah. Also, the kuffar of Makkah, the Quraysh, used to say, Al-Malaikatu Banatullah. Na'udhu billah. The angels are daughters of Allah. You see, the angels are daughters of Allah. When the angels, they are above the gender, male or female. When, in many of the culture, when they draw some kind of image of the angels, they make it female. There is no reason they should be female or male. They are above that level. It is not appropriate for them. So that is the claim of people. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, subhanah, exalted is He. He is above of all these. But He is everything in this planet and the heavens and the earth belongs to Allah. Why you are just choosing one or two things to give to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Meaning of subhanallah, what is the meaning of subhanallah here? Bara'atullahi minasu. That Allah is free, Allah is above of any kind of weakness, any kind of these, which is to Allah, it is big zulm, to commit some kind of shirk with Allah. It is like shirk. If Allah has a son, like He is a father, na'udhu billah, so it is a shiraka, it is some kind of participation. Association, yeah. So, in the shirk Allah dhulmun azim, it is the biggest dhulm upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has details explained Himself and attributed Himself in Surah Ikhlas. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. So he is denying there all this claim, but he is also saying further, كل له قانتون. All are devoutly obedient to Him. Who is this all? بَلَّهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Okay? Rather, to Him belongs whatever in these heavens and the earth. Every creation belongs to Him, and every creation is devoutly obedient to Him. Except who are not obedient to Him, who are disobedient? Human and jinns, a big portion of them are disobedient to Allah. Apart from them, all other creation completely obeying to Allah. Sun, moon, air, mountain, all creatures of Allah is just listening to Him, not disobeying Him at all. Only those who are created to do more worship, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, they are the one mostly disobeying Allah. So Allah is giving message here. You people should know, كُلٌّ لَهُ قَانِتُونَ. Everything is devoutly obedient to Him. Think about yourself. Are you obedient to Allah or not? This is one meaning. Second meaning is, even though the one who is disobedient of Allah in the matter of al-kawn, in the matter of his own nature, many things of his natural things, he must follow Allah's command in his body. He's supposed to eat from his mouth, okay, like this way. Yes. If he says, no, I'm not going to eat by mouth, I'm going to eat by my nose, he cannot do this. This sunnah of Allah, he must follow that. He'll be eating eatable things. He'll not say, I'm going to eat all this dust. This is not created for him. So there are many ways. His whole lifestyle, many things, is beyond his control. He is obliged to follow Allah's command. But what Allah has given him bit of freedom to test him. Is he willingly obeying Allah's command or not? Here he is failing. Apart from these, his own natural things, the way Allah has created him, he cannot be. He can't challenge Allah. No. Even about the life and death. When he's supposed to come to this world, it was will of Allah he came. He can't say, well, I want to go 5 days earlier. No, I want to stay another 10 days in my mother's home because I'm more comfortable here. He has no right to do so. And when he be dying, he can't say, I don't want to die now. Everybody qanitun. have to follow this command of Allah. He has no any other option left. This is the message. Let us choose to do istislam to Allah, to do qunut to Allah, to do ita' to Allah. The word qanitun, qunut, has the meaning of ay muti'una wa khadi'un. Those obedient and doing submission. Al-makhluqat kulluha taqnutu lillah. Imam Qurtubi said all creations do their khudu, their ita', their obedience to Allah. Wal-jamadat qunutuhum fi dhuhuri as-san'ati alayhim wa fihim. All objects, anything in the existence, how they do qunut, one thing is that Allah's hukum, Allah's sunan, Allah's system of running takes place. But also there is another type of qunut with them. يُسَبِّحُ لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Everything in this world, in the heavens and the earth, they do tasbih of Allah, glorifying Allah. This is their another qunut. Also qunut has meaning, at-ta'ah, obedience. Qunut has also meaning to be silent, not to talk. There is an ayah in the Quran, أَقُومُوا لِلَّهِ قَانِتِينَ. You stand for Allah very quietly. About this, there is a riwayah from Zayd ibn Arqam radiallahu anhu, the Sahabi, he said, كُنَّا نَتَكَلَّمُ فِي الصَّلَاةِ يُكَلِّمُ الرَّجُلُ صَاحِبَهُ إِلَى جَنْبِهِ. Sometimes when you are praying before next ayah is revealed, we are praying and asking maybe our neighbor who is next to me, you know brother, this ayah Prophet is reciting, when it was revealed? Like this. It's first time revealed, or it's revealed last year. They were having this kind, little bit of conversation was allowed while they are praying. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed, قُومُوا لِلَّهِ قَانَتِينَ. Stand for Allah in qunut very quietly, silently, as complete silence. فَأُمِرْنَا بِالسُّكُوتِ وَنُهِينَا عَنِ الْكَلَامِ. After this ayah we understood we are not allowed anymore to talk, complete silence. A qunut has also meaning as-salah. Afdalus salati tulul qunut. Qunut has meaning of also standing, qiyam. Long standing is also qunut. We call dua qunut in the Salatul Witr. We call qunut nazila. So what is the meaning of qunut? To devote yourself, to be very humble in front of Allah, khudu, to have complete surrender to Allah. All these come in the word of qunut. Also the qunut, if you are doing that much devotion in the ibadah, you get title of qanit, as Allah praised them in another ayah, wal qanitina wal qanitat. You know, many of the attributes of the believer, that they have complete submission to Allah in the ibadah, devotion, devoting. So that is the meaning of qunut. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again glorifying himself, introducing himself more to us. Badi'u as-samawati wal-ard wa idha qada amran fa innama yaqulu lahu kun fayakun. Ayah number 117. Badi'u as-samawati wal-ard, originator of the heavens and the earth. Who is the originator? Allah. When he decrees in matter, he only says to it be, and it is. Originator, Badi'a. What does it mean, the originator? That there is nothing before. He's not copying it. He's the first time bringing it in existence. This is called originator. As Imam Qurtubi rahmatullah said, Badi'a from bid'a, or from bada'a yabda'u ay abda'tu shay'a la an mithal, without any example. فالله عز وجل بديع السماوات والأرض أي منشئها وموجدها ومبدعها ومخترعها على غير حد ولا مثال, bringing something to existence where there is no model before, there is nothing he is copying. For the first time he is bringing it in existence. This is Badi'a. Khaliq could be that something was before, then he is making money, like Allahu Khaliquna. He is our creator. So he created Adam alayhi salam, and all of us are his offspring. So like many of the version of Adam coming one after another, we are his children. So now for me and you, Allah is Khaliq. For Adam, he was Badi'a, the first man, you see. So this way, the meaning of Badi' is the very originator. Not only creator, is beyond that. Now from the same root is Bid'ah. Badi', Bada'a, Yabda'u, Bid'ah. وسميت البدعة بدعة لأن قائلها ابتدعها من غير فعل أو مقال Imam. So somebody who is innovating something in the deen, he's bringing some practice of the deen which is new, which is innovation, which is not practiced during the time of Prophet ﷺ, neither Sahaba. Is a new thing in Islam. That's why it is denounced, not allowed. But it could be sometimes praiseworthy. As نعمة البدعة هذه in the Qayyum Ramadan, Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu sallallahu alayhi, he said نعمة البدعة هذه. Why he says that bid'ah was he used? It is not as a terminology of the bid'ah. In a linguistic sense, it has a meaning. كل بدعة صدرت من مخلوق فلا يخلو أن يكون لها أصل في الشرع أو لا. Any kind of good things, good practice in Islam, if somebody is introducing, you look into that. It has origin in Islam or not. فإن كان لها أصل كانت واقعة تحت أموم ما ندب الله إليه وحد رسول الله عليه. If it is within the Islamic boundary and there is a recommendation in Islam for that, then فهو في حيز المدح, it could be praiseworthy. وإن لم يكن مثاله موجودا كالنوع من الجود والسخاء وفعل المعروف. If somebody is helping you in a way that are giving you so much of the generosity, any kind of good deed, it could be not done before you can do it, because it is not very practice of the deen. Doing something good is always welcome. But if it is something in the matter where there is no practice of the deen, it is outside, deen it will not accommodate it, then it is not a praiseworthy one, rather it should be denounced one. And then Imam Qurtubi rahmatullah mentioned two hadiths. One is شر الأمور محدثاتها وكل بدعة ضلالة. That evil kind of matter, the worst matter is to innovate in the matter of deen, and every innovation is misguidance. Now another hadith, من سن في الإسلام سنة حسنة كان له أجرها وأجر من عمل بها من بعده من غير أن ينقص من أجورهم شيء. If anybody introducing something good practice in Islam, which is good, is accepted in Islam, then he will get its reward, and anybody who is following him, he will be getting all of them's reward without decreasing of their reward. Other way, وَمَنْ سَنَّ فِي الْإِسْلَامِ سُنَّةً سَيِّئَةً. If anybody introducing in Islam any practice which should be a wrong practice, a bad practice, an evil practice, كان عليه وزرها ووزر من عمل بها من بعده من غير أن ينقص من أوزارهم شيء. Then he will be getting sin of his own practice and practice of all those who are following him, and without decreasing of their any sin. So you can say نعمة البدعة هذه, as Umar radiallahu anhu, this is sunnah hasana in fact. And this sunnah hasana means, for example, creating madrasa for teaching Islam. Prophet ﷺ did not make a madrasa, a classrooms are there, and 1, 2, class 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, all this was not available. Later on it's introduced. There is no objection. It is sunnatun hasana. To write a book about tajweed. Do you know Sahaba knew the books of tajweed? No. Did even some of the terminology are used later on. Iqlab, ikhfa, mad muttasil, mad badal. If you are able to meet one of the Sahabis today, if you ask him, you don't know how many types of mad available? 10 types of mad, they could be not answering your question. But they practice exactly Sahih way without learning all this terminology. So ulama added later on all this, it's sunnatun hasana. to help us, to guide us. So it is within the boundary of Sharia. They did not add anything from themselves. This same recitation style is only explaining for us and bringing principle around this to teach us. So it is Sunnatun Hasana, no problem. Tafsir, creating madrasa, Islamic institutes, all these, introducing these is not contradictory with the Quran and Sunnah, because Prophet was teaching, although not a madrasa. Same way Taraweeh, Jama'ah is not bid'ah. He did all these 30 days, but he did couple of days. He only avoided, so it will not become fard. So that's why these come ni'mat al-bid'ah hadi. The bid'ah was used as a linguistic term, but in the Sharia terminology, kullu bid'atin dalala. Now, the last part of this ayah, وَإِذَا قَضَى أَمْرًا فَإِنَّمَا يَقُولُ لَهُ كُنْ فَيَكُنْ. He just say, kun, be, fayakun, and it is. قال ابن عرفة قضاء الشيء إحكامه وإمداؤه والفراغ منه. So meaning of qada is to do something, performing something, doing something and finishing it. That's why qadi is a judge. Judge is called qadi from qada. لأنه إذا حكم فقد فرغ مما بين الخصمين. He has dealt with the case when two parties brought to him. Although qada is used in many meaning in the Quran, like in one of the ayah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, meaning of qada is khalq, the creation. فَقَضَاهُنَّ سَبْعَ سَمَوَاتٍ فِي يَوْمَيْنِ. Creation of heaven and earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala finalized, created the heavens with the 2 days. أي خلقهن. And qada also meaning of i'lam, information. وَقَضَيْنَا إِلَى بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ فِي الْكِتَابِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that I have informed Bani Israel in their book for some ruling of Sharia. Qada is also order. وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُ إِلَّا إِيَّهِ. Said Bani Israel, your God, your Allah, your Lord has given you command that you don't worship except Him only. And qada is also meaning of to fulfill. فَلَمَّا قَضَى مُوسَى الْأَجَلِ. When Musa alayhi salam finished, fulfilled the appointment he made with Allah, and then he came. Qada is also irada of Allah, Allah's will. فَإِذَا قَضَى أَمْرًا فَإِنَّمَا يَقُولُ لَهُ كُنْ فَيَكُونُ. When Allah wanted something, He just say kun, be, fayakun, and then it is. Qada also ma'nahu qaddara, deciding our destiny, our taqdeer is also qada. And then kun, then it become kun, the word kun needed, then it become. When Allah decides to something, what He says? Kun, be, fayakun, then it is. Then coming to ayah number 118. وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ لَوْلَا يُكَلِّمُنَا اللَّهُ أَوْ تَأْتِينَا آيَةٌ كَذَلِكَ قَالَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ مِثْلَ قَوْلِهِمْ تَشَابَهَتْ قُلُوبُهُمْ قَدْ بَيَّنَّا الْآيَاتِ لِقَوْمٍ يُوقِنُونَ. Ayah number 118. Those who do not know say, why does Allah not speak to us? Or there come to us a sign. Thus spoke those before them like their words. Their hearts resemble each other. We have shown clearly the signs to a people who are certain in faith. وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Those who don't know, they say, who are these people referring to? Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu said they are Jews, al-Yahud. And also Mujahid said they are Nasara. And even As-Suddi and Rabi said Mushriku al-Arab. It could be all. Jews said that, Christians said that, and Mushriku of Arab, the Meccan people, they said, okay, why you don't see Allah? Or He sent a miracle, a clear sign telling us, this is Prophet of Allah, my Prophet, listen to him, if not you will be punished. Why not something happening like that? كَذَلِكَ قَالَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ مِثْلَ قَوْلِهِمْ. People before them used to say same thing. In all prophets' time, same kind of argument came. Why Allah doesn't come? Why don't we see to Allah? Musa alayhi salam Ummah said to his prophet, why Allah said He appoints you, we don't know when He appointed. He sent wahi, revelation to you, we don't see. Arin Allah jahratan. Show Allah, let us show Allah very clearly that we can see Allah very clearly. So this kind of challenge is not new. So وَمَانَ الْكَلَامِ هَلَّا يُكَلِّمُنَ اللَّهُ بِنُبُوَّةِ مُحَمَّدٍ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم فَنَعْلَمُ عَنْهُ نَبِيًّا فَنُؤْمِنُ بِهِ. Why not Allah tell directly, O people, it is Prophet Muhammad, I have given him prophethood, so we can believe. أَوْ يَأْتِينَ بِآيَةٍ تَكُونُ عَلَامَةً عَلَى نُبُوَّتِهِ. Some kind of sign, some kind of miracle, so we can believe them. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling him, because they were saying too much, He want to go with giving dawah to them. They said, how we can believe you? You are claiming your prophet. What is evidence that Allah has sent you as a prophet? Although sometimes they ask some of the evidences, some of the power to show, some of the miracles. They said, if you can make this moon is split in two sides, then we'll believe in you. And by the will of Allah, he said, oh Allah, make it. He did indicate by his two fingers to the moon, and moon became splitted, two pieces. And he was standing on Jabal Abi Qubais, above Safa. And Mushrikun people, the Mushrikun have seen that, watched that. With all this, they say, no, it is some kind of magic you have played with. We are not confident yet that you are prophet. So this is arrogance only.
حتى الآن يقولون القمر قد حصل انشقاق.
Yes, you're right. Scientists did research and they found there's a big sign of a split in the moon. As there is a split. This kind of sign is still available today. Scientists are discovering it. اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. So he want to give dawah, conveying message of Allah. They said, we don't believe you. Sometimes Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam feel very hard, and he thinks he is not able to convince people. It is his task. In Mecca, how many years he stayed? 13 years. How many people became Muslim? Handful of them. And he's very worried. And then when he went to Medina, even very close people of him, Ahlul Kitab, Jews, he were hoping. 17 months he's prayed towards their Qibla. They're making all this argument. He sometimes feel, that he's probably not able to convey the message of Allah. He's very worried about this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving him sympathy. Inna arsalnaka bil haqqi bashiran wa nadhira wa la tus'alu an ashab al-jahim. Ayah number 119. Indeed, we have sent you, O Muhammad, with the truth as a bringer of good tidings and a warner, and you will not be asked about the companions of hellfire. O Prophet of Allah, it's enough certificate from us, enough evidence from us, enough confirmation from us that we say, that Allah Himself is saying, I am telling you that I have sent you with the haqq, with the truth, as Bashir and Nadir. And you will be not responsible for those who have decided for themselves to go to Jahannam. I'm not going to ask you about them. Why these people are going to Jahannam? What you have been doing? Are you sleeping? I'm not going to ask this. I know how much hard work you are doing. So, and you should not be worried that much. And your duty is Bashir and Nadir, giving them good tidings, good news. If you are obedient to Allah, Allah's Jannah is ready for you. Give them all this good news. If other way, disobeying, performing all this munkar, sinful acts, warn them from Jahannam. That's all your duty. So Bashir and Nadir. Prophet is Bashir and Nadir. He is giving good news and he is warning them. Here is indication that dawah of deen comes with both. He sometimes give them good tidings. The ayah of tawbah, istighfar, forgiveness, inna Allah tawwabur rahim. Like this, so much forgiveness, how Allah forgives. In some of the hadith said, oh, well, if your sin is so much full of this planet, or مثل زبد البحر, like force of the sea, I don't care to forgive it. إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا. These are good tidings. So sometimes you get a lot of hope, and other time, be careful. إن بطش ربك لشديد ويحذركم الله نفسه. Allah is warning you from Himself. قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا عليها ملائكة غلاد شداد. Warning people from Jahannam. So this is the way a da'iyah will do today. It's not only Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's once you are a da'iyah, all of us are da'iyah. Dawa ilallah. We do use both. Sometimes not making always warning. People have no hope, hopeless. Or sometimes too much hope, and they are not having fear of Allah. Al-imanu bayn al-khawfi wal-raja. Iman is in between both. One side is fear, other side is hope in Allah's mercy. One of the young men was dying. He was a good Sahabi, young Sahabi dying. Prophet ﷺ came to see him, ask him, how you feel spiritually, how you feel now, while you are struggling with the last breath, you know that your life is coming to the end, how you feel spiritually now? He said, I fear Allah's punishment, and at the same time I hope Allah's mercy, His rahmah. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, is anybody living in this, Allah will giving him safety of the fear he is worried about, and Allah will give him what is he is hoping for. So this is the Bashir and Nadir. This is the real dawah of Islam. We bring together to the people, not only making them frightened always, or giving them always false hope. They are not serious to fear Allah. And وَلَا تُصَلُوا عَنْ أَصْحَابِ الْجَحِيمِ. And sometimes if it is too much opposition of the deen, too much opposition, too much negative propaganda, you feel so much, sometimes hopeless. You do your duty, and you will be responsible for your work. Allah will be not asking you for all this crime. They will be responsible to Allah. Those who are destined to Jahannam, how you can help them? You can only convey the message. So, this is وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ لَسْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ بِمُسَيْطِرٍ. So giving comfort to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you do your duty, that's all. إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. And then he was trying to please Jews of Medina, as you know, changing Qibla by the will of Allah 17 months. But were they happy? No. They are not happy. وَلَنْ تَرْضَ عَنْكَ الْيَهُودُ وَلَا النَّصَارَى حَتَّى تَتَّبِعَ مِلَّتَهُمْ. And never will the Jews and the Christians approve of you until you follow their religion completely. Until you leave Islam and follow their one, until that they will be never happy. There are many of the tafsir needed, inshallah. We delay it for next week. جزاكم الله كل الخير. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك.